Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Besancon, and this is your pet tip of the month. With spring here and summer around the corner, things we need to think about is fleas, and we're going to talk about fleas today on both your dog and cat. A couple of things about fleas. What are they? They're little bitty parasites. They're probably the most common parasites, external parasites in dogs and cats that are not only a nuisance but can cause actually some health concerns for your pet, including anemia and other things like that if gone untreated. So how do my pets get fleas? A lot of people ask, where do they come from? A lot of times they come from other dogs or cats in the neighborhood or within the house, and also from strays that come in. If you live in a wooded area and there's coyotes, rabbits, anything like that that can come into the yard, they can bring fleas with them. And so they're just transmitted from animal to animal depending on the situation that you may live in. And so you definitely want to watch out for those things and watch for wild animals as well as just strays that are wandering around the neighborhoods to make sure that your pet doesn't get infested with fleas and then in return get your house infested. In saying that, 90% of fleas are in the environment. So for every flea that you see on your dog or cat, there is 9 to 10 of them somewhere in the environment in an egg, nymph, or adult stage. And so treating the environment is huge. So you ask, how do you treat fleas? How do we get rid of them? I have fleas everywhere. The first thing you need to do is contact your veterinarian and get your pet on a flea prevention. There are several products out there from topicals to pill form, and so getting them on a prevention is key to starting the flea prevention process. Big things. Cats, you have to be careful. Make sure you read the label. Make sure that the product is for cats only versus dogs only. The products are pretty specific, and so you need to make sure that you're putting the correct one on the correct pet. Be careful with over-the-counter products. Some of these, one, may not work well. Two, depending on how they're handled, you got to be careful with those, and have seen quite a few reactions. So just be careful with over-the-counter products. Always consult your veterinarian before applying a product or giving a product to your pet to help with fleas. Like I said, 90% of fleas are in the environment, and that is inside and outside. So what do? Things you can do inside your house. One, vacuum the house. Vacuum your carpets. And whenever you vacuum, if you have a bag vacuum system, then you need to remove the bag and dump it outside in an outside trash can. If you have a vacuum that does not have a bag and it's just in the plastic and you can dump that, you need to dump that outside. What happens is when you vacuum the carpet and the pets and the fleas, eggs, and the nymphs and all of that is vacuumed into there, the vibration of the vacuum actually causes the eggs, the flea eggs, to hatch. And so you can potentially have more fleas after vacuuming if you leave the vacuum inside and they make their way out of the bag. And so once you vacuum, you need to take that outside and dispose of it right away. Treating the yard and the house by an exterminator is key. There's several products out there. An exterminator can work with you on that, but definitely want to treat the house. If you can get rid of any carpet, that would be great. That'd just be a lot easier for you to clean, and it helps with allergies. So things that you want to try is keep the house as clean as you can, and when you vacuum, make sure that you put that outside. As far as outside, what you want to do is treat the areas that are moist, dark, and cool. So if you have a big yard that doesn't have any trees, they're probably not going to be out in the sunshine. Fleas do not like it to be hot and dry, so they're not going to hang out in those areas. Areas you want to treat outside, under your house, under your porch, under trees, anywhere that there's leaves that have built up and are mulching. They're going to like those type of areas, and any kind of beddings that your dogs may have inside dog houses, things like that. Really need to get those things cleaned out and get some flea killer on those. Like I said, contact your local flea exterminator or your exterminator and see if they can help you out with that. But fleas can definitely be a nuisance as well as a challenge to get rid of. And there's many steps that you can do to take action to fight these guys. One is get rid of any pets that may be wandering through your yard, wild or stray. Treat your dog or cat, and then treat the environment, meaning your house or your yard. And so it's not just treating your pets, it's many other things that are involved in getting rid of fleas. But if you do all of these things, your burden will definitely decrease. And so hopefully that helps y'all, and good luck with the fleas.